welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you here with me on tonight's show, especially as we are joined by the one and only Kiki Dee. And here is what happened when I caught up with her. Kiki, it's such a pleasure to have you here on the show. How are you?
I'm great, Hayley. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's a real pleasure to have you here. And what's been going on your end?
Well, just before Christmas, I've been doing some shows with my music partner. And then we've got a new album in the new year.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing loads of shows and promoting the album. So I'm a busy girl.
I like it. I like it. We're going to go into the first song on the show this evening, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, which was a #1 both sides of the Atlantic. When you originally collaborated with Elton, did you realise it was going to be such a worldwide hit?
Not really. I mean, I'd been on his record label for a couple of years and I'd had a hit with a song called Amoureuse, a French song. And then we did Don't Go Breaking My Heart. But none of us knew really that it would be still around all these years on, you know. So it's pretty amazing, really. It keeps my name out there, which is brilliant for me, you know.
Yeah, we absolutely love it here on the show. We're going to play it out right now. And I'll be catching up with Kiki after this. Now, Kiki, rewinding right back, when did you discover that music was your thing, that you wanted to get into it? What's the backstory?
Oh, it's a long one, and it's a long time ago. When I was a little girl, I was the youngest of 3 children up in Bradford, Yorkshire. And I found that I got a lot of attention by singing. You know, I found I could sing in tune when I was 5 or 6. And really, it was what I call my winning formula. And so I kept singing. And, you know, when anybody came round our house to see us, I'd say, can I sing? Can I sing? And then as I got older, it just became what I wanted to do. And I didn't have much of an education. I wasn't academic. So it just followed through from there. You know, I had one job for 3 months at Boots Chemist when I was 16.
Oh, love it. I love Boots Chemist. I'm always in there.
I met Diana Rigg once and she used to work at Boots. So we had a good chat. And then, of course, I got a record deal at 16. So I only had, you know, that job, for a short period of time. So managed to make a living.
Yes, fantastic. And you did backing vocals for Dusty Springfield. I mean, did you work with her closely? Did you learn anything from her?
I learned a lot from Dusty because I was 17, she was 24. And she seemed so sophisticated, and I was a huge fan anyway. Mm-hmm. So it was such a thrill to work with her. And I think she was one of the first female artists who really knew what she wanted in the studio, you know. And I saw that sort of diva side of her, and I sort of clocked everything that was going on. But it was a real thrill to work with her.
Wow, yeah, just wonderful.
I worked with quite a few people as well, like Robert Plant. I sang on the Love Affairs, Everlasting Love. So it was a way of making a living at that time while I was doing my records. And we used to get about £6 a session for a 3-hour session. So at that time, that was, you know, kept you going.
Yeah. Wow, what an incredible experience. We're going to go into the next song, Star, the hit single from your 1981 album, Perfect Timing. Now, this song has gone on to have a life of its own, TV commercials, theme tunes. And we've got a question here from Simon, one of our viewers. He says, which of your songs would work well as a John Lewis Christmas commercial?
Well, there you go. It wasn't John Lewis, actually. Debenhams did it.
It was Debenhams, yeah. I think he's just asking that question.
Yeah, I mean, which song would be on a John Lewis ad? Well, something from my new album would be good because then we could get lots of exposure.
Yes.
What?
Yes, let's make that happen.
Well, no, I can't see it happening, but I'm trying to think which song. Maybe Amoureuse, you know, something really romantic and sexy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would work well. We're going to play out Star on the show right now, and I'll be catching up with Kiki after.
Rock and roll are the games you play. High flyers see your name in.
Now, I want to talk about your tour with your music partner, Carmelo. It sounds really exciting. What can we expect from this?
Well, we've been working together for, you know, probably around 25 years now. And so we go out as a duo. Carmelo is an amazing guitarist. He uses a lot of loop pedals, you know, to get different instruments, like different guitars going on at the same time. and I play a little bit of keyboards, and we managed to recreate the songs that we do in that way. And it's much easier touring that way as well. Traveling's easier with two people, and we just love it. And whenever I work with a full band now, I always think, blimey, it's loud, So.
I can imagine. But anyway, what's it like being back out on the road? I mean, especially after the pandemic, what is that feeling when you're out there performing your songs? It's got to be magical, right?
We were so excited, around August, September, when September it was, we got to go out and do a show. We were just thrilled. And we've done a few shows up till Christmas. We've done about 10 shows. But the bulk of the shows, they've all been put back, because of the pandemic. Lots of shows from last year and this year have been put forward, so they'll be in 2022. And so there's a lot of shows coming up, so I shall have to keep my energy up for that. Yeah,
absolutely. Is there a favourite song that you love performing, Kiki? Is there just something that you just go, that's my absolute favourite?
Well, it's different every night, with just two people on stage. Each night a different song will pop, if you know what I mean. I'm really enjoying the new stuff, the album titled The Long Ride Home. I'm really enjoying performing that because it gets quite rocky, and we get the audience with us and we get them clapping, and it's really good. It's good. The Long Ride Home.
Woo. We can't wait to check out your tour. We're going to put details on the screen below of how you can check that out. We're going to play out Sidestepping now, one of your duets with Carmelo, and I'll speak to you after this.
What does it take to let your guard down? Contemplate there's something good around. A sweet union in a wave of sound. Inspiration from a higher ground. Nothing compares to when the sparks fly. You're something in the universe, and your light still shines. In the music and the words, I'm sidestepping with a soul man. A soul man. Hips swaying to the oldest dance around. With a soul man. A voice that touches your heart and mind. A talking book from the land of the free. Handed down from his father's time. Won't let the sun go down on me. An easy road is hard to find. A tightrope walk without a line. But your light still shines. In this old heart of mine, I'm sidestepping with a soul man. A soul man. Hips swaying to the oldest dance in town. With a soul man. Slow dancing across the floor. Mercy me, plays once more. Singing out all around. A voice that brings pure heaven down. Sweet union in a wave of sound. Sidestepping, hips swaying to the oldest dance around. Sidestepping with a soul man. A soul man. Hips swaying to the oldest dance in town. With a soul man. Sidestepping with a soul man.
surprise visitor here. It's Carmelo. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. Buonasera. Buonasera. Buongiorno.
It's wonderful to have you here. I wanted to get you on because I wanted to talk about your new album. What can we expect from it?
We're pleased with it. It was going to be, live. We only, as Kiki explained earlier, we only play just the two of us, but with stuff, to help us. And we were going to make quite a not a very complicated album, and it's ended up quite layered and intricate. It's got strings and all sorts of guitars, and it's different. And just, I guess, in 27 years of working with Kiki, we have only made 4 studio albums.
Wow.
We love each one, but this one, it just shows our progress, really, and in the writing and in the recording. It's an experience. Funny thing is, I was listening to the radio this morning, Radio 4, and they were talking about how you listen to music, and is it Adele that didn't want shuffle on Spotify or whatever? She wanted the order that they're in, and they were talking about. So that's been a whole number. We've just been going through that, the whole running order. We're a bit old-fashioned. Yeah. We still do an album to be an entity that you listen to from start to finish. I don't know how many people do that anymore. I do. So, we hope that someone.
We like that. Yes. And Kiki, is there a favourite track on the album?
I love them all. I mean, The Long Ride Home. There's a song called The Ballerina Inside, about, a woman who finds a ballerina inside herself and her life flowers. It's a beautiful song. And there's lots of bluesy country vibe things on there. So it's fairly eclectic, but it hangs together. So it's good. We love it. We hope a few people love it too.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we're going to check out that song that you just mentioned there, The Long Ride Home, and I'll be catching up with Kiki after this.
People say nothing from today will still remain or be the same, but I believe the mystery runs deeper. The road ahead is calling me again. I walk into the garden, I will not lose my way. A bed of roses is waiting for me there. At the autumn of each day, you better stop. Think of what you say. Think of all the power that little words define. Don't ask the preacher man or the sinner man. The long ride home is yours alone to find. People say nothing but the truth is on their side, and they see the light, but I still believe in a deeper understanding beyond the world that's white and black and white. I walk into the silence, I hear the garden call my name. A bed of roses still waiting for me there, in the paradise we'll make. You better stop. Think of what you're doing. Think of how the power controls your mind. Don't ask the preacher man or the sinner man. The long ride home is yours alone to find.
lovely viewers. Marcy says, when you performed on Live Aid, did you have any idea how much influence it would have on the world?
Well, I kind of had a sense of it on the day, really, because, you know, it just felt like the most amazing thing. It seemed to me like it was the first international TV link-up. I don't know if it actually was, but you just sensed when you were on stage that something amazing was happening. And what was lovely for me was I just popped on and did one song, which I can sing in my sleep. Had no pressure as an artist. And so I took my niece along, who was 16 at the time, and we just had a ball. And it was a wonderful day.
Yeah. Oh, good memories like that. And Jim says, you made a guest appearance on Benny Hill and Morecambe and Wise. What was your favourite show to appear in?
Oh, my Lord. Probably Morecambe and Wise. But yeah, it's so funny because I did those TV shows in probably 68, 69. And who would have known, you know, that the world would be watching those videos all those years later. We just wouldn't have known that, would we?
No.
But yeah, it was great to be on TV then because it was such a big deal to be on TV.
Yeah.
And for a singer who hadn't had a hit record, you know, because it was all about getting a hit record in those days, it was great to be on telly, basically. And it was a big deal, you know, it really was.
And Paul says you did a fantastic duet with Elton John, True Love, from the musical High Society. And he says, what musical would you like to be in and play which part? Good question.
Good question, yeah. Yeah, no, Elton did a duets album way back then, and we got to do that song. But yeah, well, I did Blood Brothers in the 80s over a 4-year period. And it was a fantastic role to play. It's so different from my, you know, music career. I loved it. And which musical? Well, I guess if I could be dramatic, I'd probably want to do Piaf.
Oh,
you know, the Edith Piaf story. No regrets. That'd be great.
Yeah, wonderful. We're going to play out True Love on the show right now. Enjoy. We're going to play out the last song on the show, Running Up That Hill with Carmelo. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Well, we always try and do, you know, unusual covers of other people's songs that we love in the show, just to give familiarity to the audience. And our version is very, very different from the original. But we did get the seal of approval from Kate, which was lovely. Wow. So yeah, we've chosen Running Up That Hill.
Yes, we love that. So we're going to play that out on the show now. But we want to remind everyone at home to check out your tour and your album. We're going to put details on the screen below. But thank you so much, Kiki, and to Carmelo as well.
Oh, that's okay.
It's been a real pleasure to have you here.
Are we waving goodbye?
We're waving.
Thank you to both of you. It's been really good fun.
Thank you very much, Hayley. All the best to you. Happy New Year when it comes.
To you too.
If I only could, I'd make a deal with God. I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. If I only could, you don't want to hurt me, but see how deep the bullet lies. Unaware, I'm tearing you asunder. There is thunder in our heart. There's so much hate for the ones we love. Tell me we both matter, don't we? You and me. You and me won't be unhappy. If I only could, I'd make a deal with God. I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. If I only could. Come on, angel, come on, darling, let me steal this moment from you now. Oh, come on, darling, come on, angel, let's exchange the experience. If I only could make a deal with God, I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, running up that hill with no problem. If I only could make a deal with God, I'd get him to swap our places. We're running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building with no problem. No, no problem. You and me. You and me.
Huge thank you to Kiki Dee and Carmelo for being such a wonderful guest on tonight's show. And thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It's so appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. And I'm going to leave you with Saturday Night Song of the Week.
All she wants for Christmas. Greetings, Hayley, and thank you for having me on your programme. I am Tim Hain, and I'm here to address a crisis with the help of Crisis the Homeless charity and this tune that I've written called All She Wants for Christmas. And what does she want for Christmas? She just wants a home, a roof over her head. For God's sake, is that too much to ask? And if you feel as I do about homelessness, then please go to my Just Giving page, type in Tim Hain and donate, please. And together we can bring a little ray of reggae sunshine into lives that are too often too dark. Thank you. Is it rolling, Bob?
What the hell has happened in your life that's forced you out in the street at the
God rescue Mary gentlemen. Christmas lights are shining bright as I step into a cold and rainy night, warmed by whiskey, Christmas cheer. That's when I see her, a picture of despair, huddled alone, no place to change. Her Christmas in her paper cup, filling up with the Piccadilly rain. All she wants for Christmas is a place to call her own. All she wants for Christmas is a place to call her home. Sweet home. 1,000 passers by, nobody sees the pain in her eye. Don't they hear her lonely cry? Don't they ever wonder why she's all alone? No place to go, praying for change. Her Christmas in her paper cup, filling up with the Piccadilly rain. All she wants for Christmas is a place to call her own. All she wants for Christmas is a place to call her home. Sweet home. Sweet
Out
home.
in the street with a nothing to eat, just a little kindness is all that she needs. A coin in a cup is never enough, and I know that could be me.
All she wants for Christmas
Is a roof over she head,
the place to call her own.
nice and warm and a bed,
All she wants for Christmas
so she can lay down she head.
is a place to call her home. All she wants for Christmas.
Listen everyone,